Yeah, recently I've been installing a hell of a lot of emergency light fittings in a commercial environment. And I was sat there thinking, I thought, you never see anything for a domestic environment. You can buy night lamps and you know battery powered lamps and whatnot, but I've never heard of like an emergency fitting as such. There's nothing stopping you from putting a commercial emergency light fitting in your home, but they just don't look very nice. They look too commercialised as you speak. So I thought I'd design and make one. Just something that something that just plugs into the wall that you could have on your landing. And if you was to lose power, you'd have light. So you don't trip down the stairs, or for instance, say you've got kids and they don't like the dark. It's so I thought I'd make one. So here it is. Basically, it's a domestic emergency light fitting. Yeah, basically all it is I've got an LDR on the top there, because obviously we don't really want it going during the day if we was to lose power. And there's a nickel metal hydride 9V battery in there that's being charged via a capacitive power supply circuit I designed. And that's it. I'll show you how it works. At the moment I've got it plugged in just 13 amp extension lead at the moment, but I'll switch that off and show you how it works. So we've got it switched off now. Obviously it's not going to work at the moment because it's light in here, but it was just to cover the LDR up on the top. We get a sufficient amount of light. I was actually, I've actually designed it. I was lucky really with this array of LEDs that I got in here. They're wired in, I think there's 2 sets of parallel circuits in series, and I've actually got the current limiting resistors actually built in, which was a bit of a bonus. And the actual unit draws around 20 milliamps, I think, and then obviously that tapers off as we lose battery power over time. But I can get 6-7 hours of light out of it, which is quite sufficient for to see it through your night, so to speak. So there you go. I've actually got a schematic down here, and I'll just run you through the schematic, and you can have a little play yourselves if you like. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it myself. So there you go. I'll just show the schematic. So here's the schematic for the emergency light fitting I designed. Theory of operation, it's quite simple really. Just have a quick run through it, and you should get an idea of how the circuit works. So what I've got in there, I've got the LM317 I'm using as a constant current source to charge the nickel metal hydride 9V battery. I've actually designed that and set that up so it delivers 5 milliamps, which is a nice little trickle charge. Once we've just got the LDR in there, I've got the Zener there, which I'm using to sense when it reaches 9.5 volts. Which what I do, it set this transistor off there, and obviously this one will be conducting too, and it'll just drag all this side of the circuit down to ground, just stop the battery from charging. So let's just go through an instance. So we start from the top. So we got 15 volts coming in, i.e. power, external power. This transistor here be conducting, which is going to take this one down to ground. Not down to ground here. It means that this one will be floating, because it means the base is going to be obviously at ground potential, i.e. it's not going to be conducting. So that means that the lamp side of the circuit is not going to work. We don't really want it working where we got power. That's the old idea of an emergency light fitting. So if we was to lose power, obviously this side of the circuit here would be 0 volts, we know volts there, and this side would be conducting here, and then we're just waiting, relying on there to be a dark atmosphere for the LDR to cut in, which supplies current to the base of this transistor, and we got light. Basically, that's it. It's quite simple circuit. It's quite effective. Just a few parts, very minimal a cost. I think the old system would have probably cost me £10. Yeah, it's quite an interesting project to do actually, and it's quite useful as well. It's probably one of the most useless projects I've done so far. Most of mine are not very useful whatsoever, but this one I find is pretty useful. We have actually had power cuts, and it's actually come in handy. So there you have it. It's quite a nice little unit, really. Like I said, I will in time. I have got a website going live shortly, and I am hoping to get all these. I am hoping to get the useful and the not so useful projects I've done up there. You know, the schematics and the artworks and whatnot, so everyone else can have a play. But there you have it. There's the domestic emergency light fitting. Cheers.